Hello everyone, this is Jim McCormick, and for this week 4 WIMA video, just want to go over some things to help you out with the assignments that you'll be doing this week. And for both assignments, you'll be kind of working in the area of working on creating forms and reports for your Access databases that you'll be working on, whether it's a written assignment or the application assignment this week. Quick review: forms are the objects that allow you to effectively add in new records to a table or a query that you have in your database, or just to kind of view them in a different way. It can sometimes be kind of annoying or somewhat laborious to look at a table or a query with all the different records kind of showing up on one screen. So a form in particular is very nice because you can just take a look at one record at a time and kind of a little different view of that information. So it's kind of a little easier on the eyes, so to speak, as you're doing that. Reports, again, are just something that you would create in your database to be able to actually print out the information like in a table or a query, and it gives you a little more control with how things are going to be done, etc., laid out on the report that you'll be printing out for someone at your work, etc. So with having said that, I will go in now and actually create a form using my form wizard. You'll be doing that this week again for, I think, both the assignments actually. And to do this, I'm going to be back in my database I've been using before, which is that real basic database that has a customers table and an orders table, and I got another little table in there as well. So I click on the Create tab, and I'm going to come over here in the Forms area. And to get to my Form Wizard, you want to click on the More Forms button, and then I'll click on the Form Wizard. From here, I'm going to choose the table or query I want this form to be linked to. I'm going to choose that customers table. These fields then become available to me. I'm going to hit the double-headed arrow to the right to actually send all those fields over to the selected fields area. I will hit next. I'm going to leave this layout as a columnar layout. It's kind of a nice default style typically. I will then hit next, and the style I want for this. Now we'll change this later on, so I'll just choose opulent for right now, and then hit next. Title for my form, so I'm just going to call this one Customer Example. And then I'll hit finish. So here's my customer example form, and now it's looking at the information in my customers table. I've only got a couple records in this table, so then you can see down here it says record 1 of 2. And if I hit this little arrow button to the right, I can go to record 2. And likewise go back to the first record. So again, if you had a lot of different records in a table, you can see it's kind of easy to look at the information in this form. You get the field names over here on the left-hand side and the actual information on the right-hand side in this type of form. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go into Layout View, and Layout View is kind of a view that allows you to make some changes to the style of the form, the arrangement of the fields on your form, etc. So it's kind of a nice view that allows you to customize some things if you want to for your form. So I click on the View button, and I will go to the Layout View button, so it's in the upper left-hand corner. Now with Layout View, what's doing now is allowing me to, again, do some customization to this form. And you can see here by default it kind of selected the first field on here, which is Customer ID. And whatever object you got, or control. So a control is like any particular thing on your form or report that has information in it, or that allows you to display something on your form or report. So whatever control you click on, the little orange outline appears. And whatever you're doing in one control or anywhere on a form or report when you're in a layout view, it's going to actually occur to all different fields on your form or report. So one thing I'll do is I'll take a look at changing the little bit of the formatting. So to do that, we'll take a look at the line styles. So with line styles, right now I've got kind of a transparent line style. You don't really see any lines around the customer ID, customer name, labels, and or the actual fields that have the information in them. So if I click on one of these and get it selected, and then I come up here in my grid lines area, let's say I want to choose a solid line style. So I click on solid, and now I'm going to be seeing solid lines around all these different controls on my form. So again, kind of a nice example of how you can easily manipulate the formatting, the look of your form with a couple little clicks of your mouse button. So I'll go back now and actually I'll change this back to a transparent style. I think actually that looks a little bit better. And the other thing I'll do is I'll just kind of demonstrate how you can change the order of these fields. So let's say I want to have customer ID actually maybe in the bottom of this form. I go ahead and select it, and with my four-headed arrow displaying, I'm going to click and hold down my left mouse button and drag down. And you see where the orange solid line is at. That's the position of where the customer ID field and label will go. So I release my mouse button, and I've got that in the bottom of my form. So again, it's up to you on how the arrangement of the field controls are on your form, and how you want to maybe look at that information as you're using your form actually working on your table or your query. So kind of a nice little easy thing to do. Another nice little option here, you can change that on style format. So in the wizard, I had that initial style that I chose. I forget the name of it now actually. But again, easy enough to play around with. So what I'll do is I'll come over here in the auto format area, and there's a more auto formats button right here in the lower right hand corner, a little arrow pointing down to the bottom with a little line above it. So if I click on that, it makes all the different auto style formats available to me, and I can simply apply the auto style format that I want by simply clicking on one. So I'm going to choose this one right here, which is the module auto style, I think. So I get a nice blue color now. And again, very easy thing to kind of change this over if I want. All right, another nice little feature or ability while you're in layout view is actually to put in a logo. So a logo is a little image that maybe you would have for your company that you'd want to have put on your forms or your reports as you create them in Access. So up here on the ribbon, the controls area is my logo button, and so this will be something you'll be doing as well. And what you want to do is for this assignment, you actually have a logo image to download from the assignment page, a little bitmap image. And I've actually got that one I've downloaded to use for this example. So I'm going to click on the logo button. From there, you get into Insert Picture dialog box. And here you need to navigate to where you've got that image stored at on your computer. So I'm going to go to my desktop. I actually created myself a logo folder for this. And I'll go ahead and find that folder right here. It is. Double click. There's the image. I'll just click on that, hit OK. And my logo image gets put in. And so by default, it usually comes in the left-hand side here up along the top. So you can move this over if you want. So typically you want to move it over away from the title so it's not covering it up. And there is my logo image then. So I can go ahead and do a save on this form. And then go back into my normal form view. And so this is how the form is going to look now, actually, if I work with it. And really, the only thing I've done at this point is I've actually added in the logo image. Everything else I kind of changed back to the way it was. Actually, I still have customer ID down here in the lower right or bottom of this form. So again, with the layout view, as you work into a form, you can certainly change a number of different aspects of your form to make it look the way you want to. And that really gives you some flexibility with how you want your object to look, or the feel or the formatting of that form. And again, similar options with the report that you can do in Access as well. So hopefully this video was some help for you as you kind of move along and are working in your forms this week for your assignments. And again, there's going to be a similar thing with working on your reports as well, in terms of creating the actual report, and then going into the layout view and changing some different aspects of the report in the layout view. But again, very similar concepts to what you're seeing here with the form. So definitely follow the same what we've done here stepwise in getting the report created and then going to the layout view and working with different controls. And I think you'll be fine. So any questions this week, feel free to contact me, and hope you have a good week 4. Thanks.